So, good morning, students. In the last class, we have discussed about the different phases. I have just mentioned the names of the phases of the different phases. So, let us continue. Let us recall back the menstrual phase. So, in the menstrual phase, what things occurs? So, you can see that the menstrual phase is the first phase in the menstrual cycle. And in the menstrual phase, you can see that it lasts for about 1 to 5 days. So, and this menstrual cycle, why it usually occurs in the menstrual phase? It usually occurs because the egg was not fertilized. That means the girl was not pregnant. So, because of that, this menstrual phase it occurs. And in this menstrual phase, what happens? In this menstrual phase, hormones like estrogen and progesterone they drop. Understand? They drop. And after that, what happens in the menstrual phase? In the menstrual phase, you can see that blood, then mucus, then tissues. All these things they come out. Understand? They come out. Okay. Are you clear about menstrual phase? First phase? Yes.
Explain again, ma'am.
Okay. So in menstrual cycle, you will see that there are how many phases? There's four phases. Understand? Menstrual cycle. This menstrual cycle, why it happens? It happens so that the egg will get fertilized. Understand? The egg in the woman, in the female, you can see that the means it occurs because the egg is about to fertilize. So for that, it will go through four phases. So the first phase is menstrual phase, then follicular phase, ovulation phase, and the luteal phase. Understand? So these are the four phases which you will find in the menstrual cycle. So let us discuss about the first phase. It is the menstrual phase. So in menstrual phase, what happens? In menstrual phase, you can see that it lasts for about 1 to 5 days, and you can see that the menstrual phase is the first phase in the menstrual cycle. And what usually happens here in this menstrual phase, you can see that it usually occurs because the egg was not fertilized. This means the woman, the female, was not pregnant. So that's why it's occurring, this menstrual phase. And this in this phase, what you will see in this menstrual phase, you can see that when a woman starts getting period, it means menstrual phase. Understand? And in this phase, what happens? Hormones like estrogen and progesterone they drop. And in this phase, in this menstrual phase, what can you see? You can see that discharge. Okay, means discharge means coming out. You will get discharge of what? You will get discharge of blood. Then what? Blood, mucus, tissues, which will come out from the uterus. So all this they will combine and they will come out. Blood, mucus, and tissues. That is in your menstrual phase, in the first phase. Do you understand the first phase?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in this menstrual phase, you can see that a woman suffers from 9 symptoms. Listen, that is abdominal cramps, that is pain in the abdomen, then breakouts. Breakouts means what? Pimples. Then tender breast. Tender breast means the breast will become sensitive. And next is fatigue. Fatigue is weakness. Next is what? Bloating. Bloating means in the stomach size will increase. The size of the stomach will increase. Means the abdomen part it will increase. Next is headache. Means the female head will pain. Next is mood swings, means it will fluctuate every now and then. Understand? Means the mood swing. The mood will fluctuate, sometimes happy, sometimes sad. So in that way, it will change time to time. Next is lower back pain, means in this back side. Okay, it will there will be pain. Next is trouble sleeping, means a female will find difficulty in sleeping during this period, during this menstrual phase. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next is follicular phase. The next phase is a follicular phase. So this follicular phase, when does it start? It starts on the very first day of the woman's period, and it ends when? And it ends during ovulation. When it starts getting ovulate. Understand? And in this follicular phase, what happens? In this follicular phase, it usually happens when the hypothalamus, you remember no, hypothalamus in the endocrine system we have got. So it usually occurs when the hypothalamus, they send signal to the pituitary gland. Understand? They will send signal to the pituitary gland to release what? To release follicle stimulating hormone. That is FSH. FSH is the name of the hormone where they will release. Okay, hypothalamus, they will send signal to the pituitary gland so that they will go and pass information to send hormone, that is FSH, which is follicle stimulating hormone. And this hormone, they stimulate when? They stimulate the ovaries. They stimulate the ovaries so that they can produce, they can, they can make around how much? 5 to 20 5 to 20 small sacs, which is known as follicle. And all this, each follicle, they contains an immature egg. Means all this egg is not fertilized. Understand? All these eggs are not fertilized. And what will happen? Only one egg, okay, which is the healthiest egg among all those eggs. All these are the eggs which are all immature. So only one healthiest egg, which is the most matured one, they will, the healthiest egg, okay, EWG egg, the healthiest egg will get matured. And after that, where they will go, the maturing follicle or matured egg, they will go off. Listen, they will go off and they will go in estrogen. Estrogen is the name of the hormone. And with the help of this estrogen, what will happen? The size, okay, it means the size of the uterus, it will get thicker, it will get bigger. Why? So that they can grow embryo there. Listen, so that embryo can grow. Okay, is it clear about follicular phase?
Yes, ma'am.
And this follicular phase, they last from when? For about 16 days. And sometimes it happens from 11 to 27 days. It will depend upon the cycle. It will depend upon the person. But mostly it used to be for 11 to 16 days. Okay, next is ovulation phase. So this is the ovulation phase. We have completed menstrual phase, follicular phase. Next is ovulation phase. So in this ovulation phase, what happens? In this ovulation phase, the estrogen level, understand this, which is the hormone, the estrogen level during the follicular phase, what will happen? They will trigger, understand, they will trigger and they will release in the pituitary gland. And afterwards, what happens? They will release a hormone which is known as luteinizing hormone. Understand? They will release a hormone which is known as luteinizing hormone. And after this, what happens? And after this, they will start occurring ovulation. And in this ovulation, what happens? In this ovulation, you can see that when the ovary, okay, here is the ovary, here is the ovary, and in this ovary, you can see that the eggs, which is in the ovaries, and the eggs, they will travel in this fallopian tube. You remember, no? This is a fallopian tube, so they will travel, and they will go to the uterus. Understand? They will go to the uterus, and sperm why they will go, so that the fertilized sperm, that is the matured sperm, they will meet each other. So for that, this ovulation phase occurs. And in this ovulation phase, what can you see? It is the only time when the menstrual cycle, when a woman gets pregnant, in this ovulation phase. And during this ovulation phase, you can see that a person or a lady or a female, they the temperature, okay, the body temperature, it raise up. Okay, is it clear? In this ovulation phase, I'll repeat again. In this ovulation phase, what happens? The estrogen level, which is the hormone. Okay, it is the name of the hormone. At this estrogen, level, during this follicular phase, they will what? They will be in motion. Okay, triggers means motion. They will be in motion, so that in the pituitary gland, they will go to the pituitary gland, and this pituitary gland, they will release a hormone which is known as luteinizing hormone. And in this luteinizing hormone, what can you see? You can see that it is the process when, a woman starts getting ovulation, starts the process of ovulation. And in this ovulation, what will you see? You will see that the ovary, okay, this is the ovary. The ovary, they will start releasing eggs, and they will go through the fallopian tube, where they will go to this uterus. And in this uterus, they will meet a matured sperm. Listen, they will meet a matured sperm, and uh, after that, what will happen? Means they will start getting pregnant. Understand? And in this ovulation phase, what can you see in this ovulation phase? You can see that a woman temperature, body temperature, there will be slight changes. Yes, it will raise in the temperature. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so next, the last phase is the luteal phase. So in this luteal phase, what will happen? In this luteal phase, you can see that the follicle. Okay, after the follicles release the egg, and means here is an egg. You remember it or not? In the luteal phase, so the matured egg. In this in this luteal phase, what can you see? You can see that when the follicle, okay, after the follicle release egg. You remember, no? In the follicle, in this follicle, it will release an egg, and it will change into the corpus luteum. This is the corpus luteum. Understand? So after the follicle release an egg, okay, release its egg. Here it will change into corpus luteum. Listen, this will now change into corpus luteum. And this structure, okay, this structure, they release hormones, mainly what? What is the name of the hormone? Progesterone. This corpus luteum, they will release a hormone which is known as progesterone, and also some estrogen. Listen, and also some estrogen. And what is the function? What is the role of this two hormone? They will raise the hormone. Okay. The rise in the hormones, I mean both the estrogen and progesterone, they will help in what? They will help in thickening. Okay, they will help in thickening the uterine. This is the uterine. So they will help in thickening. I mean the size of this will increase. Understand, the size of this uterine, it will increase. And in this luteal phase, you can see that a woman will get ready for being pregnant. Okay, for the egg to get fertilized and to implant. I mean, basically it means to get pregnant. And what after that, what happens in this luteal phase? When a woman gets pregnant, in her body, I mean from her body, okay, all this will be released. It is human chorionic gonadotropin, what is HGC. It is also known as HGC, and this HGC, what is the function of this HGC? They will help in maintaining the corpus luteum and keeps the uterine lining thick. Understand it? Yeah, I mean, this is the corpus luteum. They helps in maintaining that. Okay, this HGC, they helps in maintaining that. Uh, and also what? And also this will help the endometrium to get bigger in size, larger in size. Understand? Okay, that's all about the different phases. Are you all clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next is male reproductive system. So we have completed about the female reproductive system. So now we will discuss about the male reproductive system. So this is a male reproductive system. Okay, these are the organs which you will find in the male reproductive system. So what are the organs? What are the name of the organs which you will find in the male reproductive system? So the first one is penis, this one. Next is testicle. This is known as testicle. Then next is epididymis, this one. Okay, this one. Epididymis. Can you see the arrow? This one. And next is what? Next is vas deferens, this one. This is the vas deferens. Next is prostrate gland, this one. This one. Prostrate gland. So we will be discussing about all these organs. The first one is penis, this one. Next is testicle, this one. Next is epididymis, this one. Next is vas deferens, this one. Next is prostrate gland. So these are the names of the male reproductive system. So we will discuss about all these organs one by one. Okay, so the first one is the penis, this one. So what can we see here in this? We can see that they contain tissue. Tissues are present here, and they are filled with blood. Okay, they are filled with blood in this penis. And in this penis, what happens? You can see that during coitus, okay, during coitus, it will become erect. Erect means it will become hard. This penis, it will become straight and it will become hard during coitus. And next is what? Next is testicle, or else you can say testis. This one. And what happens here? You can see that this testis or testicle, they are small oval. I mean, they are small, and the size or the shape of this testicle, they are what? They are oval in shape. Okay, this one. and they have sex glands, and they are located where this testicle, they are located in the skin sac. Okay, skin is present here, and they are covered with a skin sac, which is known as scrotum. This one, okay, which is known as scrotum. Testicles, they are covered by a skin sac, which is known as scrotum. And what usually happens here in this thing, in this testicle, sperm. Okay, sperm are being made up by this testicle, which is responsible for the male reproductive system. That is the sex hormones, these sperms. Understand? In this, sperms are being made up in this testicle. Next is epididymis. This one, the next organ. So in this epididymis, what can you get? You can get that this epididymis, they are a small tube. Okay, it means it is made up of a tube, but the size of the epididymis, it is small. And what can you see here? You can see here that they're attached. Okay, they're attached with testicle. This is the testicle, and they're attached to each side. I mean, I am showing you only the I'm showing you only the side part, not both parts. Okay, so it means what? Two is there. So in each side means right and left side. Both are there. This epididymis, they're attached to what? To this testicle. And this in this epididymis, what can you see? In this epididymis, you can see that they collect. They collect and they store sperm. This epididymis, they will collect the sperm, and also they will store the sperm. Okay, next is vas deferens. So this is a vas deferens. So in this vas deferens, what will you see? You will see that the epididymis, that is this one, they eventually becomes what? They eventually becomes vas deferens, this one. And this vas deferens, you can see that they are larger in size. I mean, they are tube. Even the epididymis is also a tube, so even the vas deferens is also a tube. But this vas deferens, the size is a bit bigger compared to this epididymis. Understand? And you will find that this vas deferens, what do? They are a larger size, okay, larger in size, and they will transport the sperm. Okay, from this testicle, they will come to epididymis, then they will transport. Transportation of sperm will be occurring in this vas deferens. Okay, and they will go and pass to the urethra. You remember, no, urethra, I taught you in the excretory system. So they will go to the urethra. Understand? Okay, next is accessory sex glands. So the last gland which you will find is known as the accessory sex glands, which you will find here in this prostrate gland. So this is also known as prostrate gland, is also known as the accessory sex glands. And what we will find here, they will contribute. Okay, they will contribute and they will nourish. Okay, these glands, they will contribute and they will nourish fluid to the sperm. Understand? Means they will help the sperm, this prostrate. They will help the sperm so that they will nourish. Okay, is it clear about the male reproductive organs?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so next is male reproductive hormones. So the hormones are basically what? The hormones are basically the chemical messenger made by the glands in the body. The glands in the body of what? Means in endocrine system, we have discussed, right? So all these hormones, they are made up by the endocrine glands. And you can see that androgens, they are the hormones which you will find in men, that is male. Listen, androgens, androgens, androgens. And these androgens, they are responsible for what? They are responsible for sexual functioning. Okay, such as fertility. I mean, they will help in the male reproductive system, such as what? Such as sexual characteristics, such as what? Muscle mass. I mean, because of this androgen, which is the name of the hormone, they will have the male. They will have the male in what? Building the muscles. The muscles grows or not, as I mean, as the person, I mean, as the boy, they grow, their muscle size increase or not, the size of the muscles. So it's like that. Even their strength also, I mean, they gain strength. Okay, even the height also, it increase. Even their voice also, it changes. It comes into a deep voice, husky voice. Okay, and also body hair, such as armpit hair, or else beard, all these things. So because of this androgen, the boys, I mean the male, they start growing all these things. And the most important hormone in the male reproductive system is what? Androgen, which is also known as testosterone. And all these things, where can you see? You can see in the testicles. Understand? So next is sperm. So what is the sperm? What is the function? So let us discuss now. So you can see that this is the structure of the sperm. This is this is how the sperm looks like. The first one is head, and this is known as the tail. Yes, and for you all, only this part is important. It is the head and the tail. And you can see that the sperm, it is the male reproductive cell. Okay, it also known as a male reproductive cell. And what is the function of the sperm? The function of the sperm is to fertilize egg. Understand? It is the matured egg. They will have the egg so that they will fertilize. And you can see that this sperm, okay, it contains the man's genetic material and its head. I mean this one, okay, and head, tail and head. And what is the shape of the sperm? What is the shape of the sperm? The shape of the sperm is like a tadpole. You know, a tadpole. When tadpole is what? When the frog, okay, they lay eggs, and when they come out from the egg, so they will come out as a form of tadpole. I mean, small in size, just like this. So the sperm looks just like that. It's like a tadpole. And what is the length of this sperm? The length of the sperm, you can see that it is 60 microns. Understand? And 1 micron is a millionth of a meter. Okay. The shape of the sperm is what? The length of the sperm is 60 microns in length. And you can see that the sperm, they has lashing tail. Lashing tail means what? They can swim. Okay, they can swim like this. They can move the tail. And this lashing tail, they helps them in what? They helps them in swimming. Okay, they helps them in swimming towards a waiting egg. Waiting egg means what? The matured egg. So that when they will meet together, they will start their function. And in this sperm, you can see that they require a temperature of what? 20 degrees Celsius, which is lower than that of the body. That is why this testicle, which you have got in the previous slide, so they are stored in the testicle because they need what? They need uh, same level of temperature. Okay, and they are stored where? They are stored in the scrotum. And this sperm production, they continues from when? They continues throughout man's life. That is from puberty till the old age. This one. Okay, is it clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you have any doubts? Any doubts, anyone?
Last point again, explain, ma'am.
Which point?
The exam.
Charm
Sperm.
or this one? Okay, this sperm you will find in the male reproductive system. Understand? And what is the function of the sperm? The function of the sperm is that they helps the egg to get fertilized. Okay, this egg they will go and meet the matured egg, which is in the uterus. You remembered or not? So they will meet there. And what is the structure of the sperm? They have head and they have tail. Okay, this is head and this is tail. And what is the length of the sperm? You can find that the length is 60 microns. And this sperm, they has a lashing tail. Lashing tail means what? Means with the help of this tail, they will be able to swim. Understand? They will be able to swim and they will be able to go to the matured egg. And you can find that this sperm, they require at least 20 degrees Celsius temperature, which is lower than of our body. This one, okay, which is lower than our body temperature, which is why they are stored where they are stored in the testicle. You remember the testicle, and this testicle they are surrounded by what? They are surrounded by the scrotum. You remember that the sac, the skin sac. So they are covered up by that. And this sperm, you can find that it, it, it can occur throughout the man's life. That is from puberty. You remember the puberty, teenage till old age. This sperm. Okay, is it clear? Okay. Okay, then that's all for today's class.